It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Learning is a feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment. It's reaching the goal of knowledge. In this video, I'm going to show you the fundamental theorems in calculus, the IVT, the Intermediate Value Theorems, that is associated with limit and continuity. But it's also an analysis, a perspective, a geometry of calculus. Stay with me, and I'm going to show you how to understand definitely the IVT theorem. Let's dive into it. Speed is exactly the example that I use from the real life to tell my students how to understand the Intermediate Value Theorem. It's essential, the connection between reality, something that you can see, and now the abstraction of mathematics. And this is when I explain this idea of the racing car. So let's see what is next. How this reality connect with calculus. Okay, this is a racing car, Formula 1, and I have an interval of a speed between 40 miles per hour to 120 miles per hour. This is basically the scenario. You can see here the interval clearly. So the first time is 40 miles per hour. So it's right there, 40 miles per hour. The second final part of the interval is 120 miles per hour. So we have a very clear interval between 120 miles per hour and 40 miles per hour. So the question is, there is at some point I will be reaching 87 miles per hour? Of course, yes, because the speed is not discrete. The speed is continuous. The speed is not skipping. The skip is discrete. But right here, I'm sure that at some point of the race, I hit the 87 miles per hour. And this is the building of the Intermediate Value Theorem. It's an interval, and we are sure we can predict measurement is continuous speed, and at some point I will be hitting 87 miles per hour. And this is the initial conversation that I want you to have clear before we move into more mathematical structures. Let's see it. I want to finish the video with these two examples, two mathematical examples. I want that you take a look at that table. That table is a function f. You have the x values in a particular interval from -2 to 9. The function f values for each of those values, -2, -15, 0, -4, 3, 2, 5, -1, 9, 8. And they said the following question. What is the minimum number of x-intercepts of the function f in that closed interval -2 and 9? So what is the approach here? So we have input values, output values in a particular closed interval, -2, 9. Let's see what will be the first step. The first step is the number of signs changes. So if you notice here, the output values changes are -15 to -4. So we don't have any change here. It's negative. But then -4 to 2. So from a negative output to a positive output, we have one change. Then from positive to negative, second change. Then from negative to positive, third change. So we have 3 changes of signs. The sign flips in the interval 0 to 3, 3 to 5, and 5 to 9. So we can guarantee by the Intermediate Value Theorems that at some point the function will be intersecting the x-axis. The function output will be 0. And if you apply the IVT on each flip, on each of those 3 intervals, 0 is between the endpoints outputs. So the IVT forces a 0 in each one of them. So we have a minimum of 3 x-intercepts. Very simple. If you have a table of values, just check the y coordinates, check the output. If you see sign changes, this is a possible 0 in that interval. And this is because the IVT. The last question of the video is a function. The function is x to the third power plus x minus 5 equals 0. And they said use the IVT to prove that this polynomial has a solution between x equal 1 and x equal 2. Because it's a polynomial, the polynomial is a continuous function. So we have a continuous function on a closed interval 1 to 2. This is the first condition. The second condition is to evaluate the polynomial for x equal 1 and x equal 2. The output value for x equal 1 is -3, and for x equal 2 is +5. So we have a sign change here is going from -3 to 5. So we can guarantee now that at some point the function, that polynomial, will be intersecting the x-axis. It will have an x-intercept. It will have a solution. Here you have the explanation. Since f is continuous on 1, 2, to 2, and f of 1 is -3, and f of 2 is 5, and -3 is less than 0, less than 5, the IVT guarantees a C in that open interval 1, 2, where the function will be equal 0. So at least one solution on that interval. This is the IVT. I don't want to extend the video more, but I want you to know particularly the reality and the mathematics, and how reality connect with mathematics, how a racing car odometer can be connected with calculus. This is the IVT. So if you like this type of video, you're going to help a lot if you give us a like, you subscribe, you share, and be part of Math Topics. Don't forget to join our community, our weekly newsletter, to receive presentations like this, PDF documents, resources for you, just free. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next video.